I'm tired of talking to you about this. I want my son. I want to see my son. I want to know that he's all right. This guy knows. He knows where he is. Muskuwa Tokoda. I want my son. And I want my bag and business. And I want to talk to somebody in charge, not you. No, not you. I'm done talking to you. All right? Well, you're looking at me right now like I'm in a fish tank, right? That's fine, because I know what happened here. And you keep telling everybody that this place is a death zone, but it's not. You're lying. Because what's really happening is that you're hiding something out there. I'm right, aren't I? My wife died here. Something killed my wife. And I have a right to know. I deserve answers.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest movie reviews and interviews. This is your entertainment ticket. YEticket.com. Yeah.
Hey, this is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. The film I'm going to talk about right now is called Godzilla. Godzilla. That's right, Godzilla. Wow, haven't seen this one in a long time. Oh, but is this a good version of Godzilla? I mean, what is a good version? I thought the 1954 film was the best version. You know, they had some other ones, but the 1954 film was the best. Now, what about this version? 2014 Godzilla. Well, first of all, it was directed by Gareth Edwards and written by, the script that is, by Max Borenstein and Dave Callaham. This stars Elizabeth Olsen, Bryan Cranston, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and, you know, other people are in this too. Well, what is this film about? The Godzilla film. Well, you know, it's Godzilla. What is Godzilla going to do? Come in, kill humans, fight monsters? Well, this one has Godzilla fighting two monsters. But this film starts off in the Philippines in 1999, where a scientist, you know, played by Ken Watanabe, and Sally Hawkins. You know those two actors. Sally Hawkins was just in a great film by Woody Allen. And they discover some enormous fossils underground. But at the same time in Japan, Joe, played by Bryan Cranston, he's an engineer at a nuclear plant, and his wife is one also. But there's an earthquake. At least they feel it's an earthquake. Well, she dies in it. And, you know, it was a meltdown. But Joe believes there's something else. Then they turn to 15 years later. You know, he had a young son, and his son now, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson's son, is named Ford, and he's in the Navy. He works with bombs, and he finds out that his father is still in Japan, still trying to find answers 15 years later because his wife died, and he still feels there's something that they're hiding, that they covered up something. Of course, you know they did. This is Godzilla.
Muto, massive unidentified terrestrial organism. It is, however, no longer terrestrial. It is airborne. Now, the world still thinks this was an earthquake, and it would be preferable that that remain so. Before we lost sight of it, it was headed east across the Pacific and had emitted enough EMP disruption to create havoc with our radar and satellite feeds and reduce us, for the moment, to a strictly visual pursuit. I emphasize for the moment, because we will get on our game and we will find this thing. It is imperative that we do so.
So then everything starts coming out. The monsters, the nukes, the radiation, and Godzilla. You know, Now, one thing about this film, the first part, it's a little lengthy where they set up everything. It took a long time for that. But when you get to the last part, the second act, as we call it, it's very surprising. This Godzilla is amazing. They really had a real Godzilla, a true Godzilla. And Godzilla did what Godzilla normally will do in a situation like this. Kill something. That's why I love this Godzilla. Godzilla. Well, I got to give this Godzilla 3.5 palm trees for the entertainment value and seeing my lovable, great movie character Godzilla on the screen. I saw it in 3D IMAX. I would recommend you see it that, but you don't have to see it like that. But I would recommend it. Made it much more tremendous to see a giant Godzilla on the big IMAX screen and with the sound effects coming from the IMAX sound. 3.5 palm trees for Godzilla. Hey, if there's not one Godzilla fan out there, what do you like? Lobster?
This alpha predator of yours, Doctor, do you really think he has a chance?
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control, and not the other way around. Let them fight.